Hello my fellow Lakers, newcomers and passerbys, and welcome back to the channel. And today we are actually just gonna chill out in single player and we're gonna talk about fish and fishing, because I do have some items here that are in single player that you can spawn in single player, and they're pretty cool, and a lot of people don't know about a lot of the items that you can spawn in single player. Did you know you can spawn a TP in single player? Yes, you can spawn a TP in single player. As a matter of fact, I used to play on a server where we used to use TPs as a defense against bullets. We called them bulletproof vests at the time. And they worked very well because you can't shoot to the TP. I don't know if that's still a thing, but it was back then when the game first around the area when it first came out. So anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and talk about fishing. Here I have a fishing pole, fishing rod. I can't place it in my hand yet. I can lay it on the ground. You can kind of see it. Let's see if I just lay it like right there. It doesn't really like attach to the ground once you spawn it. So this is kind of what it looks like. I can go ahead and spawn it in here. Let's see. Spawn item. Fishing rod. Boom. So as you can see, this is the full fishing rod. It's kind of in the air. It's got the stick, the line, and the little hook at the end, which will look like this. This is the hook. This I can place on anything right there. There's a little hook, tiny little thing in it. And I'm pretty sure when it comes to the fishing rod, it's probably just gonna be a stick, some rope, and the hook is probably gonna be made out of something metal. In reality, you can make fishing hooks out of pop cans and stuff like that, or any kind of aluminum, anything really. So yeah, that's probably gonna be a thing, and that's probably how it's gonna be done. We also have here the fishing barrel, salted fish barrel. I don't know if they're gonna add this now. All because it's in the single player doesn't mean they're gonna add it like the TP. The TP is in single player, but you cannot actually build it or anything like that. So it's not actually like in the game yet. But it might be in the game. You know what I mean? And that's gonna be cool if it really is, because I mean these are things that are possibly that could be in the game. That's gonna take them out. Blah 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 blah. But anyways, it could be spawned. The salted fishing barrel. I don't think you can eat it. Apparently, okay. Didn't know that you can actually eat out of the salted fishing barrel. Here we go. It's giving me nutrition, metabolism, salted fish barrel right there. Salted fish barrel, just like that. I think it's probably going to give you a lot of freaking sodium. Probably a lot of sodium. It's really salted. But you know, you can curb that back with some water. You know. So, but that's not the only kind of fish we have. I mean, that's a salted fish barrel. We have right here the seawater fish. I actually have this in my hands. Take that out of my hands. I don't want it in my hands. Let's go ahead and take this in my hands. This is the salted fish version, and it just teleported that way. Okay, so this is the salted fish right here. Let's lay this down somewhere. Oh, can I lay it down? I can lay it down on the floor. Okay, that's a salted fish. And we also have a freshwater fish here. Bingo. And there are some pictures that are in another video I have, and I might put them in this video so you guys can kind of look at them on the screen. But as you will see, there are other fish that they did add to the game. But they're not in single player as of yet, and they're probably going to be dropped in the 0.5 update is my guess, or maybe just before the 0.5 update, depending on how they decide to do it. I would consider the 0.5 update being around, like, I don't know, late January, early February. If we're lucky, maybe the first 2 weeks in January. If not, I mean, at the worst possible date would probably be late February, in my opinion. For the full 0.5 update, but that really depends on how they decide to do it. I mean, if they decide to release it in pieces or they decide to release it all at once, I would actually suggest that they release it in pieces, but that's just me, because honestly, I would love to see the fishing mechanism and everything like that, boats being added, and then they go ahead and add the new map later on, because as far as I know, the new map, or you know what, it might, 0.5 could change, guys. 0.5 could totally change. 0.5 could turn into just a fishing and metabolism update, no expansion of the map, or it could be expansion of the map but no fishing and, you know, no metabolism, or it could be all kinds of things. New point, they might put point of interest in, maybe not, maybe so, I don't know. But I just want you guys to know that the devs do have things that are finished, like here, this is the grill. This is a literal legit barbecue grill, right? You can spawn it in the game, you can move it around, and look at that, boom. You could probably fry on it. You can't right now anyways, but I'm just saying you probably could. Like, I can't put anything on the grill. As you can see, it's not an actual object that I can do that with. Next up, we have the salted fish, which is another food item. Surely they have quite a few salted food items. Put that there, and then the bowl version. Pretty cool. Again, high sodium. And something that's really cool is actually the fish trap, right? It's just a little tiny trap thing. You can see it there. As you can tell, let's get down a little bit closer. You can tell that it's a plastic bottle. Basically the top is just cut off and inverted, and there's a piece of string attached to it. And then you take that string and you usually put the traps, like, I don't know, somewhere like, I mean, you wouldn't really put them in here, but you put bait in it and, you know, yada yada. Which bait in these fish traps are probably just going to be little pieces of meat. You might be able to actually take pieces of meat, put them in the traps, and then put them in the water, and hopefully get a bunch of fish within that. Now, as you can see in the pictures and stuff like that were leaked earlier, there were a bunch of giant fish, small fish, big fish. They have all kinds of fish going on here, and actually this is perfect weather for fishing. It's starting to storm, but there's no water. But you know, it is what it is. But yeah, I just wanted to do this video. I wanted to show you guys that there's definitely a lot to the game, and a lot more coming, and you can do so much more. Like watch this. Let's see, spawn item. Oops. Set that way on. Spawn item. Oh wait, I got a hashtag. My bad. Hashtag spawn item. Parachute. Come on. There we go. So yeah, this is the back of a parachute. I just want you to know the devs do work on things, right? And these things do get implemented into the game, but there's a certain time that they want to implement these things. There's a certain time that these things actually want to come into the game, and sometimes they just scrap ideas completely. Like that grill could be completely scrapped. I don't think it is, and I don't think there's anything that says that it's a completely scrapped idea. But look at it, like these things. You know, you're supposed to parachute down to the island. I'm pretty sure. Like I'm pretty sure that was part of the storyline. You don't just spawn in the island. You parachute down, which would be pretty cool. Because imagine this, right? Imagine you have drops and stuff like that, and it's just dropping from the sky. And you also have, you know, when you look up to the sky, you see the drops, and they have a parachute and everything else. You come down to the ground, but you could also, I don't know, maybe see people when they first spawn in. And when you spawn in random, you just start from the sky and you just float all the way down in your parachute, right? And then you can use that parachute. I don't know if you can, but yeah, you can't right now. But imagine you can use that parachute to cut up into a bag or something like that. You know, some more cloth to heal yourself. Maybe here. Let's spawn. Hashtag spawn item barrel. Look at that barrel. What if I wanted to take this? And take this parachute, take this barrel, turn it into a rain barrel. Boom, done. Crafting a rain barrel. Now I have a source of water without having to craft the well. You know what I mean? They can make the well more expensive, a little bit more expensive than what it is. Or maybe like that, see? Or maybe you don't even want to. Maybe you want to go. What's a good place? Right here. Say you didn't want to make a base in there, right? Say you wanted to make a base somewhere a little more interesting. So say you go up in here, you go all the way up here. Yeah, sorry puppets. Yeah, hit me all you want, please. And then you're gonna go up here. And all right, 1 minute. Let me take care of this guy. This guy's being a little doofus. I didn't put any boxing in this dude, so it's gonna be an interesting fight. Okay, you get the idea. Maybe I want to go up to the top of a house and like say a balcony, like right here. Oh, this is perfect actually. Say I wanted to come in here, walk over here. It's raining. I wanted to do, I don't know, hashtag spawn. Let's just pretend this is a rain barrel, right? We're just gonna pretend. And we'll do a barrel of meat just so I can show you that not only can you do, you know, just regular barrels, but you can also do barrels of meat, which is pretty cool. Right there. Say boom. There. And just like that, you have a rain barrel. You take your parachute, you put it over there, boom, you have a rain barrel. Just like that. That stuff is possible. I want you guys to know that stuff is actually legit possible. in this game, and it can definitely become an actual thing. So I just wanted you guys to know that. I wanted to talk about that, especially when it comes to this fishing thing, because there's just so many things that can actually happen just from this fishing thing. And as you can see, the leaks, what you can actually spawn in game right now, and compare that to the leaks, it's just so much opportunity to this game that can possibly arise. Like, it's just amazing stuff, amazing stuff. And when it comes to you know the game's gonna change when it comes to stuff like I was gonna do a video about the kill boxes. All right, I was gonna do another one, an updated tutorial, like an actual tutorial. But again, I'm not really good at lockpicking, and I'm not really good at bomb defusal. I can do both and expand. I usually just advance myself all the way up to the highest with the lockpicking board and the bomb defusal board, and then I put my skill up to the highest, and then I go do that stuff because it's way easier, and it really is easy to do. It's not totally terrible. But things change. Things constantly change on a constant basis. And that's what made me look at all this fish stuff and everything else. Like, this is all fish stuff. All this stuff can further progress. So everything that's in the game, like this barrel right there, and that water well, right? So if you say they added rain barrels to the game, people would be like, okay, why would you add a rain barrel to the game when you already have water wells? Think about it. Like, seriously think about it. Why in the beginning when the game first came out, they wanted to build bases inside these houses as your bases. You're gonna lock them up, put locks on the doors, you know what I mean? So on the rooftops you could put the water parachute, the water barrels out there, parachute, barrel, and whatever else you need, and you could do that. Or garbage bag, maybe. You can collect water that way. You make base defenses that way inside these houses, rather than building a giant base out there. Or say you don't even really want a base. Say you don't want a base. Say you're out there in the world and you just need something quick, right? And you just happen to find a barrel. You just happen to find it, and you just happen to have a garbage bag or there's a puppet down there, fell down there. Or say you just happen to have a parachute and a barrel. Boom, you can set it up real quick. You don't have to go out and build a well. Right, but wells are more like sustainable. Like, hey, this is it. Or say, hey, how about this? What if you could actually take a bucket, get the well, and put it in the barrel? And people would be like, well, why would you do that? Why not? You didn't mean because it's there doesn't mean you can't. You know what I mean? Why not? Sometimes it's easier to craft one thing or the other, but it's just variety in the game. You don't want too much variety to make it like overwhelming, but you want enough variety in the game to make it kind of cool. But anyways, yeah, that's actually all I wanted to talk about today. I just wanted to mostly talk about the fish stuff, but I also wanted to add the other things because, why not? I mean, I just want you guys to know that the devs are making other things in the game, that there are things in the game that people don't even know about, that you can go out and you can make, and you can find the cooking. How many of you actually go out and actually use the cooking mechanics? The cooking skill. How many of you have actually looked in your crafting menu and looked at all this stuff? You got pasta, you got soup, spaghetti, that's spaghetti bologna, you got stew, you got chili corn pies. I mean, chili con carne. I don't know what a chili con carne is. I've never actually seen that, but you have all these different kinds of things. Birthday cakes, rice, popcorn. You can do all that stuff, and that stuff can actually, I'm pretty sure that stuff can give you buffs. But I know for sure it can definitely help you out with your food and stuff like that. And I think I don't know if this is even a thing anymore, but you can take abstinence. Abstinence is poison. If you drink too much abstinence, it's basically poison, right? So imagine adding a bunch of abstinence to like pots of this soup and stews and stuff like that, and spaghetti, and like feeding it to people and they just die, or just leaving it out there in the field and they just die because you put poison in it. Or imagine taking abstinence and putting it out in water bottles and stuff like that, and like being able to transfer abstinence to water bottles and then having people drink it and stuff like that and they die, or even like some kind of other poison that they add to the game. I'm just saying, this stuff is possible. This stuff is completely possible. It brings a variety to the game. Stuff like this is pretty cool. But yeah, that's all I really wanted to talk about. My character's probably gonna die on here, this is not my main single player character, so I don't really care. But Fish are coming to the game. They're coming 0.5. This is something that's near. This is the reason why I wanted to mostly talk about the fish, because it's something that's coming out. It's near. You got the fishing rod and all the new fish, the lakes, the streams, and the new 0.5 update is going to bring a bigger map, which brings a bigger ocean, which brings boats, which allows for more possibility with that. And places to store your fish rather than, you know, they say fish goes bad in boxes and stuff like that faster than it would a barrel. And you have to add ice to the barrel. Boom, got a refrigerator. Done. Nice. That's all I want to talk about today. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I am out.